A shooting that erupted Wednesday evening in Salt Lake City has left at least 2 people dead and several others injured, marking one of the most disturbing acts of violence the city has seen so far this year and sending shockwaves through the community. The incident occurred around 7:30 p.m. in the parking lot of a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints meetinghouse near North Redwood Road. Authorities confirmed that a funeral service was being held inside the building at the time. What began as a solemn gathering quickly turned into chaos when gunfire broke out outside, forcing mourners to flee in fear and seek shelter. Subscribe, like, and share. Thanks. Police and emergency medical teams arrived within minutes to find multiple victims suffering from gunshot wounds. At least 8 people were struck by bullets, with 2 pronounced dead at the scene. Several others were rushed to nearby hospitals, where some were listed in critical condition late Wednesday night. First responders provided life-saving aid amid a tense and rapidly evolving situation, while officers worked to secure the area. Witnesses described hearing multiple gunshots in quick succession, followed by screams and confusion as people ran from scene. Some attendees attempted to help the injured before paramedics arrived, while others hid inside nearby buildings or vehicles. Law enforcement quickly established a large perimeter around the meetinghouse and closed surrounding roads as investigators began collecting evidence. Authorities believe the suspect or suspects fled the scene before police arrived. As of early Thursday, no arrests have been announced, and officials have not released details about the shooter or shooters. Investigators are reviewing surveillance footage, canvassing the area for witnesses, and following up on tips as they work to determine how the shooting unfolded and what led to the violence. Police have not yet identified a motive and cautioned against speculation, stating that it is still unclear whether the attack was targeted or random. Officials stress that there is no indication of an ongoing threat to the wider public, but urge residents to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity. The shooting has renewed painful memories of past gun violence in Salt Lake City. In recent years, the city has experienced several deadly shootings, including fatal incidents downtown, at public gatherings, and in residential neighborhoods. While Salt Lake City is often considered relatively safe compared to other major U.S. cities, each new act of violence has heightened concerns about public safety and the growing frequency of firearms being used in personal disputes. Local officials noted that shootings connected to emotionally charged events, such as funerals or family-related gatherings, are particularly traumatic and have occurred in communities across the country. Such incidents often stem from unresolved conflict that escalate without warning, leaving families and bystanders caught in crossfire. Investigators have not confirmed whether this was the case Wednesday night, but they acknowledge that all possibilities are being examined. Community leaders, city officials, and faith representatives express deep sorrow and outrage over the loss of life. Many emphasize that places of worship and memorial services should be sanctuaries of peace and healing, not scenes of violence. Condolences poured in from across Utah as residents grapple with the reality of yet another deadly shooting. Grief counselors and victim support services have been made available to those directly affected, including family members, witnesses, and first responders. Police said the identities of the victims will be released once next of kin have been notified. As the investigation continues, Salt Lake City faces renewed calls for reflection on violence prevention, conflict resolution, and community safety. For many residents, the shooting is not just another headline but a stark reminder of how quickly tragedy can strike, even in moments meant for remembrance and unity.